Hello and welcome to tip number 20 in the Selfish Guide to Fulfillment, Meaning, and Purpose with me, your go-to friend. Today's tip is about knowing what is enough. A problem I find is many times I don't know when to stop. Um, this usually leads to either doing too little and regretting it or doing too much and overdoing it. And in a world where, time is very valuable, you don't want that. And where you fall really depends on your personality and what you're dealing with or in your circumstances. But the great thing is the fix is the same. It goes back to stopping and taking 1 minute before doing something. In that minute, you stop and you consider what is enough before starting. And now this is usually interconnected with what the point is of what you're doing. Sometimes not, but usually it is. For example, if you want to give a presentation, right? What's the point? Let's say the point is to communicate X. Okay, then as long as everyone understands X, you've done enough. Now, this is important so that you can know when you did enough, right? You can know why you're doing it, what you're striving for. This helps us appreciate when we've done enough, and it also helps be more efficient because then we know when to move on to the next thing. And I know it sounds super simple, but in action it's very hard. And the best way I would say is just go out and try. Practice, practice, practice until it becomes a habit, really. It's super simple, but it's actually super difficult. Knowing when is enough lets you better focus on what you're doing because you have a very clear, destination in mind. And so you're going towards there. And, for example, if you only need to pass your class because you're taking a pass-fail, then you don't need to focus on getting every single answer right. It's a waste of energy. And there's a lot of other things you could be spending your energy on. Why spend on something that is unnecessary? Knowing when you've done enough lets you move on to the next thing, right? So if you really have high demands on your time and you establish in the beginning that you can only get this project 80% done, and that's good enough, then considering the circumstances, you move on, and once you reach the 80%, you're done. You move on to the next thing. You don't need to ask and figure out, is this enough? This week for your challenge, I want you to go out and before you do something, stop and ask yourself, what's enough? Then focus on the moment with that in mind. When you get to your enough, stop, reflect, but then be done and focus on the next thing, right? Tell me how it goes in the comments. Now, this should help you not have regrets. This should help you not worry about, is it enough, right? And not have you wasting time on things that you shouldn't be spending that much time on. And instead, be present now or be present on the next thing, which is the now. Because remember, it's all about being present in the moment. Thanks for listening, and please click and follow, and you can check me out on social media or coltonvita.com for more. Check out the book that's coming out in 2023. And if you think this can help someone, please forward it along. That's why I do it. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and stay true to you. Thanks for listening.